evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Johnson with the Stragan Media Network, coming to you from the house that roars. We're here in Uniontown, Lake, Ohio, once again for the Lake Blue Streaks, Lady Blue Streaks, taking on the Lady Falcons of Firestone, Akron Firestone. I'm joined tonight on the air with my sidekick, John Taggart. Welcome, John.
Good evening, everyone.
He's going to have to pick the slack up for me tonight as I've been fighting it. A little tired tonight. We've had a lot of games right in a row, so John's going to carry me.
Not physically, though.
Nope. We see Coach Jared Como coming up the stairs. Great guy. Louisville soccer coach. He's here in the stands as he's cheering his wife on. His wife is the head coach here at Lake. Her name is Ashley Como. So, should be an interesting matchup. We're excited to see. How you doing, Coach?
I saw your car. His car.
Yeah.
I was like,
So, we're getting ready. They're warming up. We're excited. The ladies are coming in. They're warming up. So far, we're just getting the lineups now. So, and to give you a little fill-in, it is senior night here at Lake. So there's a little extra incentive to win this ball game for the two seniors. Number 22, Alayna Horning, and number 13, Elizabeth Walker. Both starters, both very good ball players. So I'm excited to see how things will play out on that end of it.
Yeah, Lake's a very, just like the boys team, they're a very aggressive, get after it kind of team, and I'm sure they're going to pull out all the stops for their senior tonight.
Well, you've been there, John. Senior night, you can't let them go out with an L. You just can't. And sometimes you just play that little bit of extra on senior night.
Yep, the lights are just a little bit brighter.
Absolutely. So we've got our starting lineups for Lake. We've got number 2, junior Emma Anderson. Number 11, junior Paige Marshall. Number 13, senior Elizabeth Walker. Number 15, junior Serenity Johnson. And number 22, senior Alayna Horning. For the Firestone girls, number 22, junior Olivia Mullins. Number 14, a sophomore Kennedy Whiting. Number 3, a senior Dream McCarty. Number 10, a sophomore Alyssa Williams. And number 25, a junior Aaliyah Williams. Unfortunately, we didn't have a whole lot of information on Firestone. We've had the luxury of covering Lake a few times, so we're pretty familiar with these guys, or these ladies. They like to get out and run, that's for sure. And they can play inside, outside. So we've got about 3 minutes left before tip-off. We're going to sit back and enjoy the Lake Pep Band, the pregame ceremonies, the national anthem, and the lineups from our press public address announcers. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lake High School Gymnasium, where tonight we have varsity basketball action between your Lake Blue Streaks and our guests, the Firestone Falcons. Lake High School would like to extend a cordial welcome to all players, coaches, parents, and fans from Firestone High School. Welcome to Lake. Now to honor America, we ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Playing the anthem tonight is the Lake High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Josh Laux. Thank you. Tonight's game officials have been assigned to this game by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Our three officials with us tonight are Heath Hurst, Kevin Milligan, and Tommy Bonnet. Now let's meet tonight's teams. First, for the visiting Firestone Falcons, assistant coach is Tiana Halsell. The head coach of the Lady Falcons is Audley McGill. Tonight's starters, number 3, Dream McCarty. Number 10, Alyssa Williams. Number 14, Kennedy Whiting. Number 22, Olivia Mullins. And number 25, Aaliyah Williams. And now, the Lake Blue Streaks assistant coaches are Andrea Chavez, Alan Vegas, and Beth Mazzaka. The head coach of the Lady Streaks is Mrs. Ashley Como. Tonight's Blue Streak starters, number 2, Emma Anderson. Number 11, Paige Marshall. Number 13, senior Elizabeth Walker. Number 15, Serenity Johnson. And senior center number 22, Alayna Horning.
All right, everybody, it's tip-off time as the Blue Streaks and Falcons are set to take battle. Again, our lineups for Firestone: Mullins, Whiting, McCarty, Williams, and Williams. For Lake, it's Anderson, Marshall, Walker, Johnson, and Horning. And here we go as Lake will get the inbound. Senior Alayna Horning gets it to Anderson. Anderson dribbles inside to Walker. Shot no good. Rebounded and back out top. Over to Marshall. Back to Walker. Up top to Horning for three. Bang! Welcome to senior night, Alayna Horning. That's her first bucket of the ball game. We were here Saturday for the Lake Louisville game, and she got into some foul trouble, so she didn't get to participate a whole lot. Oh, stolen by senior Elizabeth Walker. They say, let's get this thing over already. So Firestone steals it. They're coming the other way. Loses it, and it's going to be retrieved by Firestone. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Horning. Horning coming the other way, up to Florida Johnson, and the pass is just a little bit long. So Firestone will inbound. Come across the center line. It's Whiting, gets it off to Williams. Williams dribbling. She's going to give it to McCarty. Tipped away, stolen by Johnson, up the floor to Anderson to Horning. Gets it over to Marshall. Layup's good. 5-0 Lake. So Mullins dribbles, up the circle, spins, drives, kicks it off. Stolen by Horning. She's going the other way. Takes it to the hoop. No good. Rebounds her own rebound. Layup good. Nice follow by Horning. And we've got a timeout by Firestone as Lake took a 7-0 lead. So we're going to step away for just a few moments, and we'll be right back. And we're back, folks. 7-0 Lake, 6:04, first quarter. As the Falcons come across the timeline, that's going to be Williams. And it's knocked out of bounds. So Whiting will inbound. Tipped away, recovered by Williams. Williams is going to dribble. She's double teamed. She's in trouble. Gives it off. It's going to be Kiara Smith. Tries to get it inside to Aaliyah Williams, and it's out of bounds. Lake ball. So Anderson gets it to Marshall. Marshall's going to dribble. Back over to Anderson on the wing. Inside to Walker. She's going to shoot. She's going to be fouled. 5:24, 7-0 Lake. And Walker will go to the free throw line.
First
the
one
first
good.
Firestone substitutions number 3, Dream McCarty.
Second shot.
Oh, good. Gets the nice roll.
So 9-0 Blue Streaks as Firestone will bring it across the timeline. It's going to be Whiting. Giving it off to McCarty. To Mullins. Shot no good. Rebounded Lake. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Firestone. So Lake will get the ball. So Horning gets it to Anderson. Anderson walks across the timeline. She's looking. Gets it over to Walker. Walker inside to Johnson. Nice pass to Anderson. Backdoor layup good. 11-0. Lake. So Mullins brings it up the backcourt. Check that. That is Kiara Smith, and they're going to throw the ball away. So Blue Streaks will get the ball. So Anderson over to Johnson on the wing. Looks, dribbles to Anderson inside. Shot up, no good. Rebounded Firestone. Firestone coming the other way. She's going to dribble. Over on the wing. Almost knocked away by Johnson. Recovered by McCarty. She's going to dribble, drives to the hoop. Shot no good. And it's going to be Lake ball as the ball goes out of bounds. 3:53 first quarter. Lake leads 11-0. As Anderson will walk it up the backcourt. Across the center line to Marshall. Marshall's going to dribble off to Horning. She's going to pull for three. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded Walker. She's going to take. Layup good. Nice move by Elizabeth Walker. Taking it strong to the hole. As Mullins gets it inside. Shot up. No good. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Firestone. Blue Streaks will inbound. Anderson across the center to Johnson. Back to Anderson. Kicks it out to Horning to Marshall. Over to Johnson. She's going to dribble, drives, takes it to the hoop, kicks it out, and she's going to travel.
Yep.
Travel violation. Firestone ball. Blue Streaks substitution is number 20, Keegan Boyle.
So Firestone coming across the center line. Inside to Mullins. Back out the other wing. She's going to back it back out. Whiting got a dribble. Takes it to the hoop. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Johnson for Lake. She's pushing the other way. Up the floor. To Anderson for three. No good. Rebounded Walker. Turns, shoots. No good. Rebounded by Firestone, stolen by Lake. That was picked up by Croyle. She loses it, and we've kind of had a free-for-all. Johnson up, stole it the other way to Anderson. Shot up, good. 15-0, Lake. 2:13 first quarter. As Whiting dribbles, gives it off to Smith. That was Hale going the other way, stolen, and we've got a foul. So Emma Anderson will go to the free throw line.
That was a nice reaction there to be able to jump that pass. Second team foul for Firestone.
So Anderson will shoot the first one.
Good.
Back into the ball game is Alyssa Williams. Anderson shoots the second.
6 points for her.
Anderson will sit down. And number 12, Savannah Horning, freshman, comes into the ball game. Tell you what, Savannah had a heck of a ball game Saturday against the Leopards. Shot up, no good. Rebounded Lake.
Yeah, it seemed like the underclassmen for both teams had a really good game.
So Johnson gonna take, gets it to the corner to Horning. Shot up, no good, and we've got a foul. I believe they called a charge on Johnson. And they did. So that's going to be Serenity's first foul of the ball game. 17-0, 122, first quarter. As Williams kicks it into the corner, pulls for three, no good. Rebounded Lake. They're going to go the other way. Up the floor to Croyle. Croyle going to take it. She's blocked. Oh, they called a foul.
Yep.
Nice hustle by number 1. That is Kiera Smith. She hustled to get back. Even though she got the foul, she prevented the bucket. Royals' first shot is good. 18-0. Lake. Second shot. Rims out. Rebounded by Marshall. She's going to go to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Croyle. Out to Horning for 2. No good. Rebounded Croyle again. And she's triple team. Stolen by Alayna Horning. We've got a scrum going on. Shot to Anderson. Or make that Savannah Horning. So 20-0. Blue Streaks. 38 seconds left in this first quarter. Into the corner. Into Mullins. Tapped away by Alayna Horning. So the Falcons will inbound. Inside to Mullins. Mullins. Out to the wing. Shot up. No good. Rebounded Lake. They're going to push the other way. Over to Horning. Layup's good. Savannah Horning with the bucket. 17 seconds. 22-0 Lake. That'll be 4 points for Savannah. Mullins on the wing. Into the corner. Back out top. And that's the end of the first quarter as the Blue Streaks lead 22-0. We'll be back right after this.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back. 22-0. Lake. They're rolling. I'll tell you what, Firestone did have some shots. They had some good open look threes. They're just not falling right now.
Yeah, they, number 1 for Firestone, Smith has played a pretty good defensive game and really a hustler out there.
Well,
getting rebounds and sliding across the floor to get any kind of loose ball, trying to help her team out.
She hustled back a couple times to prevent an easy layup, too. So Whiting, Smith, Williams, Mullins, and Hale for Firestone. Anderson, Walker, shot up, no good. Horning, Marshall, and Croyle for Lake. So Croyle's going to dribble, kicks it out to Anderson, pulls for three. Bang! 25-0. Lake. As the mountain gets bigger. So Whiting to Smith. Smith's going to dribble. Inside, tapped away. As we're going to have a jump ball, possession, Lake. So Marshall will inbound to Croyle. Croyle up the backcourt, across the timeline. Gives it off to Anderson. Over to Marshall. Marshall to Horning. Savannah Horning to Croyle. She's going to fake, dribble, drives to Walker, to the Marshall on the opposite side. Shot up, bang. 28-0. 6:53, second quarter. As Firestone comes across, gets to Williams. Williams is going to dribble. Gets it to Whiting. Whiting loses it, gets it back. Almost stolen, and it is by Savannah Horning. Fakes, everybody flies by. She gets the rebound, follow up, good. 30-0, 6:24, second quarter, and Firestone is taking a timeout. So will we, as we're going to step away, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans of the Straga Media Network, a local broadcasting network for the Eastern Stark County area, connecting with our local communities to give you local news, weather, and sports. Local communities like Louisville, Alliance, Marlborough Township, Plain Township, East Canton, Hartville, Salem, and Carrollton. If there's good news, we want to hear it. A varsity game for your local school, we want to cover it. Local weather, we want to bring it to you. Like, subscribe, follow, to keep up on everything and everywhere we cover. This is the Straga Media Network.
We're back, folks. 30-0, 6:22, second quarter. Blue Streaks lead.
It seems like just because it's senior night, Savannah Horning still wants to have a pretty good game. He's trying to show up her sister, it looks like.
Absolutely. That's how the younger one always is, isn't it? So Whiting comes across the timeline. She's going to dribble. Gets it off to Smith. Smith inside to Mullins. Mullins gives it off to Hale. Layup's good. And it's 30-2. Blue Streaks, 5:59. As Firestone breaks the string. So Walker is going to travel. I'll tell you what, we've had the luxury of having a lot of really good games. You don't ever want to see a situation like this where a team's up by, 28 or 30 points. You want it to be a good competitive game, not just for us, but for the kids. So Williams dribbles up top, guarded by Croyle. She's going to get it stolen, going the other way. Dribbles, takes to the hoop, layup, good. 32-2, 5:18, second quarter. As Mullins will push the other way. She's going to spin, takes to the hoop. Shot no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Streaks. And on the other side of it, if you're the Blue Streaks, you can't really have your coach pull up at this point because you want your players to play with the aggressive. And I believe she got that to fall.
Yep, she did.
So we've got a shot and the foul. And Mullins will go to the free throw line. Nice play by Mullins. especially heading to the playoffs, you wanted your team running on all cylinders.
Right.
Shot
Good.
is good. 32-5, 5:07, second quarter. That'll be 3 points for Mullins. Anderson to Walker to Johnson. She's going to fake, dribbles, kicks it over to Anderson, in the corner to Horning. Alayna Horning, no good. Rebounded by Savannah Horning. And she's going to get it stolen, and we're going to have a jump ball that will favor Firestone.
Falcons.
So Firestone will inbound. Whiting across the timeline. Dribbles, gets it to Smith. Kicks it back over, inside to Smith. Nice shot. Good. 32-7, 4:29, second quarter. Cross court, long pass to Johnson. Dribbles, gets it off to Walker. No good. Rebounded Firestone. Whiting's going to push the other way. Dribbles, kicks it back out to Smith. Smith's going to fake. Smith gets to Williams. Back to Smith. Dribbles, drives, kicks it back out top to Williams. In the corner. And back out to the wing. Inside to Mullins. Mullins is going to spin, take strong, no good. Rebounded Lake. Up the floor to Anderson. She's going to dribble, drive, shot, good. 34-7, 3:37, second quarter. Lake leads. As Smith will dribble. Mullins backing down, gets it knocked away, gets it back, and no good. Rebounded by Savannah Horning to her sister Alayna. Up the floor to Anderson for three. No good. Rebounded by Whiting for Firestone. Whiting gonna push, dribbles, drives, pulls up for two. Shot good. Nice shot by Whiting. Makes it 34-9. So Johnson coming the other way, takes to the hoop, layup good. 36-9, 2:47, second quarter. Whiting across the timeline. Looks, gets it to Kiara Smith. Smith dribbles, gets it up top to Williams. Williams back to Whiting on the opposite wing. She's going to dribble, takes it to the hoop, layup, no good. Rebounded by Horning, up the floor to Alayna Horning. Layup is good. 38-9, 2:15, second quarter. As Mullins will get it to Whiting. Whiting dribbles. She's looking. Gets it to Smith. Smith is going to pull for three. Bang! Nice shot by Kiara Smith. 38-12, 150. As Firestone's going to steal, Smith's going to push the other way. She's going to dribble. Cross court to Whiting.
Nice pass.
Off to Mullins, strong to the hole, no. And it's going to be off of Firestone, out of bounds. Going the other way.
Firestone substitution is number 2, Yari Rosenthal. Back in for the Blue Streaks is number 11, Paige Marshall.
Checking into the ball game is
1 minute and 35 seconds to play in the first period.
well, they said number 2, but they said Chiara Rosenthal, but she's on the roster here as number 0, so we'll check back with that. Horning for three, bang. 41-12, 1:17, second quarter. As Mullins will bring it across the timeline. She's going to dribble, drives down the lane, spins, fakes, shot, no good, rebounded, and we're going to have a foul. Foul's going to be on Olivia Mullins. That'll be her first foul of the ball game. As Marshall, it's to Croyle. Croyle back to Marshall. She's going to dribble, drives to the hoop, gets it off to Walker, shot, and the foul. So Elizabeth Walker.
6 points on the night. Looking at the and one.
First shot.
Good.
So that's going to make it 44-12. 52 seconds left in this first quarter. As Whiting's going to dribble. Fakes. Nice. Pulls up for two. Shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound to Marshall. She's pushing it up the floor to Johnson. Back out to Marshall. Over to Croyle. She's going to pull for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded Mullins. Mullins is going to push. She's going to take all the way. Layup good. Nice take by Mullins. Coast to coast. 44-14. As long pass to Johnson. Layup's good. 46-14, 10 seconds left in this first quarter, or first half, excuse me. As Mullins will bring it across the timeline. Dribbles, gets caught up, jump ball, and no good. And that's how we're going to finish the first half. 46-14, Lake Blue Streaks lead as we head to the intermission. We'll be back. This is the Stragan Media Network.
The Stragan Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Stragan Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you'll have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
My name's Blair Testa. I committed to Ashland University for stunt, which is a series of tumbling, stunting with pyramids and baskets, and I also committed for cheer, for sideline for football, and I'm planning on majoring in journalism and digital media.
I'm Gavin Greathouse. I committed to the University of Mount Union. I will be wrestling at the University of Mount Union, and I will also be pursuing the degree of pharmacy.
Will Butler, Walsh University for football, and I plan on majoring in business.
I'm Abby DeGeorge, and I'm going to Mount Union to play volleyball, and I'm going to be majoring in business and marketing.
I'm Styles Dietz. I'm going to Ashland to play football, and I'm currently undecided with my major.
Okay, so my name is Noelle Ellison. I'm going to Fairmont State. It's for acrobatics and tumbling, and I'm going to major in exercise science physiology.
My name is Amanda Fedor. I am attending the University of Mount Union, and I am playing golf there, and I am not undecided, but either education or accounting.
My name is Ty Miller. I'm coming into Walsh University to play football, and I'll be majoring in nursing.
My name is Matthew Solberger, and I'm committed to the Ashland University. I'm playing varsity football there and majoring in economics and data analytics.
My name is Brooklyn Yuri, and I am committed to play softball at Cal State San Marcos in San Diego, California. I chose Cal State San Marcos because I really just had a love for California, and then I was just scrolling on Twitter, I found it, and then I just realized I wanted to play under palm trees, so that's the one I chose. I will be majoring in communication and media studies.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans, and this is the Strega Media Network. We have a very special shout out we'd like to give to a Mount Union Purple Raider alumni, Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, who just punched their ticket to the Super Bowl and will play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Coach Sirianni played for Mount Union, winning 3 national championships from 2000, 2001, and 2002. Later, he made the leap to the NFL, first coaching with the Kansas City Chiefs, San Diego Chargers, and the Indianapolis Colts, before landing the head coaching job for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2021. We wish Nick, his family, staff, and team the best of luck as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday, February 12th.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
And welcome back to Lake High School, home of the Blue Streaks, as Lake is out to a tremendous lead here at halftime, 46-14 over Akron Firestone.
Yep, and Emma Anderson leading the way with 11 points, followed by senior Horning with 10 points.
Alayna, yeah. Well, she started right out of the gate with a big three-pointer to say, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, welcome to senior night. And her sister rattled off 6 points in the first half to, you know, kind of compete with that last name.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. When you have a older sibling, you always do what you can to make sure that you're carrying the name,
right?
If you know what I mean. You don't want to be that one that, oh, well, that, you know.
Yep.
So, and sometimes the younger ones end up, and I don't want to predict the future, but sometimes the younger one ends up being better because they have to play all the older kids all the time.
Well, they learn from the veterans of the family.
Right. So, now on the Firestone side of it, you know, you go in, and I'm sure this is kind of what the coaches are saying here, listen, throw everything that happened in the first half out the window. Let's go back out there. Let's play hard. There's no quitting, you know, and we're going to play hard, and we're going to, you know, win the second half. You know what I mean?
And in the second quarter, Firestone started to do some things right. Started putting some points on the board. Olivia Mullins, number 22, she's got 5. And number 1, Kara Smith, also has 5 for them. And, you know, both of them have been battling defensively and
Well,
going for every loose ball. So, I mean, there's the score may not show it, but there's a lot of fight in Firestone.
Well, and I'll tell you what, it seemed like once they made it a point to try to get it into Mullins, that they started to, Lake started to collapse and it opened up their jump shooters. Whiting had a couple from up there at the free throw line, and so interesting. But we're going to take a seat back, listen to the Lake Pep Band, and get ready for the second half. This is the Strega Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for the Lake High School Pep Band.
So here we go, folks. As Lake will inbound, Marshall to Anderson. Anderson will direct traffic. Gets it over to Johnson on the wing to Horning. Horning to Walker. Walker's going to dribble back out to Alayna Horning for three. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. Firestone ball. So Whiting's going to bring it up the backcourt. She's going to dribble. She's going to look. Going to dribble right. Takes it. Loses it. Gets it stolen by Horning. She's going to push the other way. Up to Walker. Takes to the hole. Shot up. And good. 48-14. 7:24. Elizabeth Walker with 9 points on senior night. That will be Aaliyah Williams' second foul.
Oh.
And the free throw was missed, but they get it into Alayna Horning, and we will have a jump ball. So Firestone will get the ball with 7:14 in this third quarter. So Whiting, cross timeline, gets it out to the corner, and it's going to be stolen by White. Well, I think we're going to have a jump ball.
I believe so, yep. Back the other way.
Jump ball was called. Possession arrow is the Blue Streaks.
So Marshall to Anderson in the backcourt, 6:59. Gets it over to Johnson on the wing. She's going to dribble. Out top to Marshall, to the other wing to Anderson. Cross court to Horning, to the corner to Johnson for three. Bang! 51-14, 6:40. Third quarter. As Whiting will dribble. Looks, dumps it off, and it's going to be out of bounds. Lake ball. I believe we have a running clock now. So Anderson to Walker. She's going to take, loses it, and she'll be fouled. So Anderson and Marshall will sit down. Royal will inbound. Into Walker for 2. Rebounded by Mullins. She's going to lose it, and she's fouled. She will be fouled by Savannah Horning. Smith into Whiting. Looks over to Williams for 3. Off the rim, rebounded by Croyle. Croyle's going to push the other way. Over cross court for 3. Bang, no. Rebounded by Alayna Horning. Shot no good. Rebounded by Mullins, and she's going to push the other way. Mullins gives it off. And back out top to Kiara Smith. Shot for 3. Bang! Nice shot by Kiara Smith. That's going to give her 8 points in this ball game. 4:38, third quarter. As they get it back out to Alayna Horning. In the corner to Walker. She's going to dribble. Gets it off to Croyle. Croyle at the top of the circle. Into the corner.
Nice move.
Horning fakes. Shot no good. And Firestone comes the other way. So Smith across the timeline. Gives it off. Shot. No good. Rebounded. Shot again. No good. Rebounded by Savannah Horning. She's going to push the other way. Over to Alayna Horning for 3. Bang! 13 points for Alayna Horning. So Whiting dribbles, pushes down the lane, shot no good. Rebounded Lake, up the floor to Alayna Horning. She's going to get it, takes it to the hoop, shot no good. And it's going to be last touched by Firestone. 3:30 and counting here in the third quarter. 54-17, Lake. As Alayna Horning will sit down. Into the corner, shot up for 3, no good. Rebounded underneath. That was number 30, Lainey Eccles. She's a junior.
I believe that was a pass, not a shot.
We'll give them that. So we've got a foul on Firestone. That'll be on Mullins. That's her second foul. And Lake comes the other way. So Horning to the wing. That's Sedmock. Out to Eccles. To Croyle. Back to Eccles. Shot for 3. Bang! That's freshman number 33, Sydney Hedrick. 59-17, 2:13. Third quarter. Mullins taken to the hoop. She's going to be fouled. Did he say and one?
Yeah.
It must have. 59-19. I thought she was still on the floor, but I was mistaken. So Mullins to the free throw line. Shot.
Good.
It's good. She's got 8. So Croyle up the backcourt. Up the floor to Sedmock. Croyle. Out top to Horning for 3. Bang. 62-20. I'll tell you what, things are just flowing for the Lake Blue Streaks tonight. Very, very, and we've got to travel.
Firestone substitution is number 2. Yari Rosenthal back in for the Streaks.
So Rosenthal checks back into the ball game for Firestone. 55 seconds here in the third. Into the corner, brings it back out top. Over to Eccles, to Anderson, cross court to Sedmock, back to Anderson, in the corner to Eccles, and she travels.
Yep.
25 seconds left here in the third, as Firestone will bring it up the backcourt, across the timeline. Dribbles, kicks it back out, throws it away, and out of bounds. 13 seconds. 10 seconds as Lake will attempt to inbound. Sedmock into Anderson. 3, 2 to Horning for 3, no good. That's how we're going to end the third quarter, 62-20. We'll be back after this.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans of the Strategy Media Network, a local broadcasting network for the Eastern Stark County area, connecting with our local communities to give you local news, weather, and sports. Local communities like Louisville, Alliance, Marlborough Township, Plain Township, East Canton, Hartville, Salem, and Carrollton. If there's good news, we want to hear it. A varsity game for your local school, we want to cover it. Local weather, we want to bring it to you. Like, subscribe, follow to keep up on everything and everywhere we cover. This is the Dragon Media Network.
Welcome back, folks. This is the Straga Media Network, as we're here for the Lady Blue Streaks and the Firestone Lady Falcons. Currently, Lake has a very large lead, to say the least, 62-20. Firestone doing their best to get back in this, but Lady Blue Streaks are rolling.
And it looks like Lake brought their seniors back in for the start of the fourth.
So you've got Johnson, Horning, Marshall, Walker, and Claire Haddon for the Blue Streaks. Kiera Smith, shot for 3, good. 62-22 or 23.
I'll tell you what, she doesn't need much room to shoot that 3.
No. So Alayna Horning dribbles, cross court to Johnson, inside to Marshall. She's going to take, shot no good. Rebounded Kiera Smith. 7:25 up the floor to Rosenthal. Layup's good. 7:17 left in this ball game. Horning to Johnson to Walker. Gets it off to Marshall. Stolen by Smith. Up the floor to Whiting. Whiting's got a fast break. She's going to go to the hoop. Layup, good. 62-27, 6:56 left in this ball game. Over on the wing. Inside to Walker. Takes to the hoop. Blocked by Mullins. She said, no, thank you.
I'll tell you what, they came out here in the fourth quarter, and Firestone's really put an impressive drive together offensively and defensively.
So into Walker, blocked by Mullins. She sent it into the backcourt. Horning taken to the hoop, shot up, good. That's going to be 15 for Horning on senior night. Rosenthal into Mullins. Mullins shot up, and she'll be fouled by Marshall. So Mullins will shoot. Shot.
Substitutions are number 12, Savannah Horning, and number 30, Alayna Horning.
Second shot. Dribbles. Shot up. Good. So that gives Mullins 10 points in the ball game. 64-29, 5 minutes left in this ball game. Johnson to Walker to Horning. Savannah to Alayna. Cross court to Johnson. Gonna dribble, drives. Kicks it out to Walker, and it goes out of bounds.
Wasn't ready for it.
So Whiting will inbound to Mullen. 4:40 left in this ball game. Gets it over to Kiera Smith. She's gonna drive. Layup good. I'll tell you what. There has been a bright spot here with junior Kiera Smith. She's a gamer.
Yeah, Smith and Mullins are really battling here.
So Walker has it tapped away. Ball's going to stay with Lake. So Johnson will sit down. Croyle comes back into the ball game. 4 minutes left in this ball game. 64-31. So Savannah Horning into Croyle. Over to Alayna Horning. Into Eccles. Shot up. No good. Rebounded. I believe that's Walker underneath.
Yeah.
Shot good. Savannah Horning with 11 points. So Whiting across the timeline. 3:24 left in this ball game. Kicks it out to Kiera Smith for three. No good. Rebounded, and we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, push. 3 minutes left in the ball game.
So Horning brings it up across the timeline. Over to Croyle. Croyle's going to dribble. Kicks it out to Horning. Alayna Horning for three. Bang! And that may have secured her time tonight on senior night. So we have a timeout with 2:37 left in this ball game.
That's 18 points for Horning.
Nice way to go out on senior night, that's for sure. Walker with 9, the other senior. And she's been a beast on the boards tonight.
Well, I think she just wants to, her sister wants to pull away from Savannah Horning and make sure that, once she sits down, that her score is safe.
Right.
And she doesn't get shown up by her younger sister.
Yeah, you can't lose out on senior night. As Horning, Croyle, Walker, and I believe that's Eccles for Lake. Smith, Whiting, Mullins, Rosenthal, and Cheyenne Lee into the ball game. So Whiting across the timeline, 2:30 left in this game. Inside, tried to get it to Mullins, out of bounds.
Yep, a little high there.
So 2:20 left in this ball game. As Croyle brings it across the timeline. Gets it over to Alayna Horning. She's going to pull for three again. Short, no good. Rebounded by Croyle, back to Horning, layup good. That gives her 20 points in this ball game. Mullins up the floor, takes, charge. Nice play by Alayna Horning. Missed do it all tonight.
Well, 10 points in the first half, 10 points in the second half. I'd say that's pretty even there.
Right. 1:40 left here in the ball game as the Blue Streaks will bring it up the backcourt. Croyle looking, dribbles, drives, gives it to Alayna Horning. She's going to shoot. She's blocked that time. Stolen, back to Mullins, over to Kira Smith. Smith dribbles out top. 112. Over to Whiting. Whiting's going to look inside, tried to get it to Mullins. They just haven't been able to connect with her inside. She's been there. 58 seconds left in this ball game as Croyle will dribble. She's double teamed. She's going to get out of it. Drives out to Alayna Horning for three. Rims out, no good. Rebounded Croyle. Gets it, and it's stolen by Firestone. Rosenthal, 37 seconds. Stolen. I believe that's Walker.
Yeah, it's Walker.
Out to Horning. Shot good. 22 points, 25.2 seconds. Make that 26.2, and that will be a curtain call for Alayna Horning as she will sit down.
Really? That's a time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to continue to keep the clock running, but so
yeah, looks like Lake cleared the bench here.
So, well, I know we're going to have to ask this question. Player of the game.
Ooh, that might be a tough one.
I'll give you my votes. Alayna Horning and Elizabeth Walker, the two seniors on senior night. They both played with tremendous intensity. They both played very hard with 10 seconds left here. And both of them were definitely the leaders of this ball game. 2 seconds, 1 second, shot up by Sedmock. Bang! And it's good.
They count it.
So 76-31 here on senior night. Just one of those nights for Lake. They just couldn't miss. Everything went down, and that's what happens. So I want to thank you for coming on with me tonight, John. It's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
So Kira Smith finishes with 13. Mullins with 10 for Firestone. We had Alayna Horning with what, 22?
22. Her sister had 11.
Walker had 9.
Walker had 9.
So that's our wrap up. I want to thank everybody for coming on with us. It was a great night for basketball here at senior night for Lady Blue Streaks. Till next time, everybody. This is the Straga Media Network. Have a great evening.